this time. Once you take the wheel off, you're going to focus on this. Okay, the stabilizer bar here, we're going to replace this. First thing you need to do is remove this so you can get this out the way to get into this. Just like I did when I did the suspension. Believe this is going to be a 14 or 15, can't remember. This is the tools that I got that I'm using, and I believe that says 12, so let me see. I believe so, yeah, it's a 12. I'm using the heavier one because it does get really tight. And just remember, this bracket right here can bend really easy, so you gotta figure a way to turn it without having to put force onto it. Then I found one of these little bad boys so I could do it sideways, but that's gonna go into here, and we're gonna have to use an open, I believe it's a 16. What is this? Nope, it's a 15, sorry. 15 is gonna go in here. I got the wrong one out, but 15 is gonna go there. We're gonna hold, tighten that down. Same thing with this one's gonna be a little bit tougher because it's obviously I don't have a lot of room, but if you have a way to lift it up higher, it'll be easier for you. But it's just because of the way the space is here, it's hard. It takes a longer time for me. But once we go ahead and remove those screws, we'll pop those out, and then I'll show you the way to put the new one in. At this moment in time, go ahead and pause it, and then I'll go ahead and bolt out, remove the bolt, show the bolt removed. And then this is how it was. So I'll put this back. Okay, so it was like this, right? Goes under there, like that. So what I do is put it around, and then push this up, like that. And then there's like a little hoop right there, boom. Then you just put it like that, just for now. And then you can get your way to getting this off. Now, this is gonna be a 14. So I ended up getting the 14 and testing it out. This fits snug, 14. But the reason why I got the 16, I believe, is the new one is a bigger bolt, so it's a different size. So I had the 16, but we will find out once we put it, put the new one in. So 14, we're gonna have this here. You're gonna grab this, put this on its side. Now you have the chance of holding it, and then again, you're going to have to, sorry, it's hard to hold the camera and try to show at the same time without looking, I guess you could say. But towel, hammer it down, or you don't have to have a towel. I just don't like the noise. You can do it from here. Let's see, like that. You can do it from down there and just hit it, tat tat tat. So do it from this far, and then put the rag and then hit it. I put the rag because it doesn't damage. Depends on how you guys like your tools, but that's basically how that's gonna be. Once that's done, when you do the other side, so this is a tough one right here. So this will go here, right there, and then this will have to maneuver somewhere. You see how I have no room? So it's tougher for me to do this one, but I found another way to do it on this, and I believe it was using a socket just to loosen it up and putting it on this and then loosen it, because what's gonna happen is this is gonna start spinning right here. So it's a little toughy thing, but once you loosen it with the socket, you could be able to use the little open wrench and loosen it up. I didn't have a way to use the open wrench on this, so I had to use a socket just to loosen it, and then use the open wrench while holding the star in there. So I'll go ahead and do that. And the 12, or sorry, the 14, and bam, loosened it up, you know. And then from there, I ended up putting the thing in here, using the open wrench, and then loosened it up. Now, this part, you're gonna have a hard time if you don't have one of these. Got one of these on Amazon, 2-ton, it lifts up, because what happens is these two basically are really stuck in there. So when you're lifting it up, it goes from like the tire and that crap shit. But once it's loosened up, you'll know exactly, because this will actually kind of move. And then you'd be like, okay, and then you can keep testing it, you know, pulling it out and then pull that out. But you're gonna want to do, after you get that done though, you're gonna want to put it back to the bottom, because you want it to be exactly the way it was from the tire, from stock. Get this out the way. So what's gonna happen, which I'll show you, but now we have these off. Now we gotta put the new one and match both. So here's the new one here. And if you're only doing the right side, Rock Autos was the best place, but the sway bar link, and this is their little code thing. But this is definitely a bigger size bolt. But don't believe the 14 fits around it. See?
All right.
Nothing. So I was confused on that. 15 to confirm. 15 does not fit. So 16 fits. Okay? So the new is going to be a 16, old is going to be a 14. And put this back. So I don't need the old anymore. I got the new, and then the old let's see, 14 for that, well, obviously it's not a fit. We got to get a bigger one. So that's done. I'm gonna get a new one for that, so I can start that process. But now that we have everything out the way and it's back to normal, I'm gonna grab the new one, remove the screws, now when you put this in, either if you do it like this, you see how you can't really get it? You have to push really hard, and then it will turn this, because the ball joint. So you put this in there. Normally you do it from this one, and then you kind of like have to push down. That's where the tough part is. So this one, I don't want to do it like on something soft. You have to get the so tough. But I did decide already. Yeah, this is already, oh, damn. So I guess you could do this. Since I already got this one, put this in there. Now, you see how it needs to be, what, raised up like that much? You have to get this thing again and lift it up until you can put it in there. Match. So, and now I got them in, and now I have to tighten the screws. Again, this is going to be a 16 with whatever you want to call that thing. I just went and matched holes and made sure that it was working. But now time to do this.